Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Saira Mujtaba with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds meeting with BRICS leaders and reaffirms India's commitment to globalisation and reformed multilateralism to address G20 summit later tonight. Prime Minister and Chinese President Xi Jinping emphasize on joint efforts to enhance mutual trust and friendship. Niti Aayog stresses on expanding healthcare to achieve universal health coverage. Price of subsidised cooking gas LPG cut by 6 rupees 52 paise per cylinder. Non-subsidised LPG rates reduced by 133 rupees per cylinder. And in sports, Wrestling Federation of India rolls out contract system for wrestlers. In Men's Hockey World Cup, defending champion Australia beat Ireland 2-1 in Bhubaneswar today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reaffirmed India's commitment to globalisation and reformed multilateralism. Participating at BRICS leaders' informal meeting on the sidelines of G20 summit at Buenos Aires in Argentina, Mr. Modi said terrorism and radicalism are a threat to the world and those who commit financial crimes are also a big threat. The Prime Minister urged the G20 members to work together against black money. He said developing nations have to talk in one voice for the interests in the United Nations and other multilateral organizations. Our correspondent covering the Prime Minister's visit has filed this report.
In the background of a hectic G20 summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's informal meeting with BRICS leaders has emphasized the need for a unilateral approach in handling terrorism-related issues and also inclusive economic development. On the rims of the Atlantic Ocean is the venue of the summit, Centro Costa Salguera, which presents a global view of the participating countries. Challenging topics from agriculture to terrorism, digitalization and changing economic scenario affecting everyone's life at the globe is said to be untangled during the deliberations at the summit. With Manaspratim Sharma, Joy, reporting for AIR News from Buenos Aires.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Both the leaders discussed joint efforts to further enhance mutual trust and friendship across all aspects of the ties. During the meeting, Mr. Modi said,
यह वर्ष हमारे द्विपक्षीय संबंधों के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा और महत्वपूर्ण रहा है। मुझे विश्वास है कि अगला वर्ष इससे भी ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। वुहान में हमारा इनफॉर्मल समिट हमारे संबंधों में एक मील का पत्थर था। इससे हमारे एंगेजमेंट को नया मोमेंटम मिला। आज की मुलाकात अब तक हुई प्रगति के रिव्यू का और भविष्य में हमारे क्लोजर डेवलपमेंट पार्टनरशिप को और अधिक मजबूत करने के लिए दिशा निर्देश देने के लिए इच्छुक हैं।
Later, the Prime Minister will address the first session of the G20 summit. Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale said the Prime Minister will make a lead intervention in the first session of the summit based on the theme, Putting People First. His speech will stress upon the risks posed by oil price volatility, flagship programs including Skill India, Mudra Yojana, Digital India and GST among others. Earlier, Mr. Modi said that India will highlight the need for reformed multilateralism, which reflects the contemporary realities during the G20 summit. Meanwhile, on the first day of his visit to Argentina, Prime Minister met the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. During the talks, both have decided to set up a mechanism at the leadership level to scale up the oil-rich kingdom's investments in energy, infrastructure and defence sectors in India. Earlier addressing the Yoga for Peace event at the La Rural Fairgrounds, Buenos Aires today, the Prime Minister invited the Indian diaspora to attend the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. With a week left for polling in Rajasthan and Telangana, hectic campaigning are in full swing in both the states. In Rajasthan, top leaders of different political parties are holding public meetings at different places. BJP President Amit Shah addressed public meeting in Kochaman of Nagaur district today. He said that economic offenders had to leave the country due to government's strict economic policies. Mr. Shah said that Modi government gave more than double amount for development in Rajasthan as compared to previous UPA government. More from our correspondent.
Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje held series of public meetings today Addressing a rally in Badmer, Ms. Raje said her government has launched many schemes for public welfare. She claimed that BJP would form government in state again. State BJP chief Madan Lal Saini, Union Minister Colonel Rajvardhan Rathore and other BJP leaders addressed public meetings at various places. On the other hand, Congress leaders Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot addressed public meetings in Bharatpur and Ajmer district. Rashtriya Lok Dal President Ajit Singh held a campaign in Bharatpur. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Telangana, electioneering is in full swing with all major parties intensifying campaigning across the state. Top leaders and star campaigners are campaigning for their respective party candidates. A report.
BJP senior leader Rajnath Singh held rallies at several locations on the second day of his election campaign in the state. He alleged that the TRS government failed on all accounts and women, students and farmers have gained nothing during the past 4.5 years. Senior Congress leader Jairam Ramesh addressed election rallies at Sangareddy district. He said, Golden Telangana state has become bankrupt and there is an urgent need to refuse TRS. Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge interacted with media in Hyderabad. TRS chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao attended rallies at several places. He blamed BJP for not approving the hike in reservations for minorities despite the State Assembly passing a resolution. TRS senior leaders Harish Rao, K. Tarak Rama Rao and Kavita also addressed roadshows. With Lakshmi's report from Hyderabad, Srikala Sridharan for AIR News.
Meanwhile, AICC has appointed former MP and cricketer Mohammad Azharuddin as working president of the Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee. Congress General Secretary Ashok Gehlot announced this in a release in Delhi today. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling for the 6th phase of ongoing Panchayat elections will be held tomorrow. Our correspondent reports in this phase, 37 blocks, including 21 from Jammu region, and 16 blocks of Kashmir Valley will go to polls.
7,156 candidates are in the fray for 406 Sarpanch and 2,277 Panch seats. In Phase 6, 111 Sarpanch and 1,048 Panch have been elected unopposed in this phase. In the areas going to the polls in Phase 6, electorate of 5,97,396 will be voting for Sarpanch constituencies, while 4,57,581 will be voting for Panch constituencies. Basic minimum facilities have been ensured in all the polling stations across the state for Phase 6. Tight security arrangements have been made in all the poll-bound areas. Panchayat elections in J&K are being held on non-party basis in 9 phases. R.K. Raina, AIR News, Jammu.
Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Rajiv Kumar has said development dialogue organized by Niti Aayog is a sign that health is at the center of the policy narrative. Addressing plenary session of development dialogues on health system in New Delhi this evening, Mr. Kumar said there is a need to move towards breaking silos between stakeholders, remove fragmentation between various initiatives and ensure convergence between various ministries. Addressing the conference, Niti Aayog member Dr. V.K. Paul said, India must now move towards expanding healthcare as there has been significant progress in health system in the country. He said the country must strive for universal health coverage. He said Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is a path-breaking initiative of the government to achieve universal health coverage. India's economy grew at 7.1% for the second quarter of 2018-19, according to data released by Central Statistics Office today. These estimates represent a sizable jump from last year's second quarter growth rate estimates, indicating sustained acceleration in country's economic growth. The gross domestic product GDP at constant prices had grown at 6.3% in July-September quarter of the last fiscal. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. The price of subsidized cooking gas LPG has been cut by 6 rupees 52 paise per cylinder. A 14.2 kg subsidized LPG cylinder will cost 500 rupees 90 paise in the national capital from midnight tonight. Indian Oil Corporation said in a statement that price has been decreased on account of tax impact on the reduced market rate for the fuel. The price reduction comes after 6 consecutive monthly hikes in rates since June. Subsidized LPG rates were last hiked by 2 rupees 94 paise per cylinder with effect from 1st of November. Non-subsidised or market-priced LPG rates have been cut by 133 rupees per cylinder to reflect fall in international oil rates and strengthening of the rupee. It will now cost 809 rupees 50 paise per cylinder in Delhi. The BJP today said the Narendra Modi government has been working round the clock for the welfare of farmers across the country. Party spokesperson Sambit Patra said in New Delhi that recently MSP was raised by the government to help farmers. He said initiatives like Soil Health Card and neem-coated urea have given boost to the agriculture sector. Mr. Patra criticized the Congress party for politicizing the farmers' issue and said that parties should refrain themselves from doing so. Earlier in the day, farmers from various parts of the country staged protests in New Delhi to press for their demands, including debt relief and remunerative prices for their produce. Electronics and IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has said advances in the field of communication have immensely benefited the entire country. Mr. Prasad was releasing the special issue of the Yojana magazine dedicated to Digital India. The journal is published by the Publications Division of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry.
डिजिटल इंडिया की सबसे बड़ी सफलता है उसने आम हिंदुस्तानियों की चाहत को और इनकरेज किया है। आज अगर हम 4.5 वर्षों की उपलब्धि देखते हैं तो चाहे वो ई हॉस्पिटल है या ई स्कॉलरशिप है या ई वीसा है, सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड है, नेशनल एग्रीकल्चर मार्केट है नैम, ये सभी अपने आप में देश में लोकप्रिय हो गए। उमंग जो हमारा ऐप है, हम 1200 सर्विसेज गवर्नमेंट की लाएंगे, इसकी स्टेट और सेंटर की, आज 307 उस पर आ चुके हैं।
Director General of BSF Rajnikant Mishra today said the force has been handling Wagah and Atari border professionally and will continue to do the same in case of Kartarpur corridor. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi, Mr. Mishra said comprehensive integrated border management project has been working fine. He said the BSF Jawans retaliated bravely Pakistan's many unprovoked firings last year.
We keep on getting information about certain camps which operate across the borders, and with our limitations of not crossing the borders, we retaliate to such unprovoked incidents in a very planned manner. And repeating reply was given to our adversary, and it's very difficult to quantify it because we don't get information from the other side what exactly damage we have done.
The government today said Conference of Parties COP24 is crucial for India and the country is committed to fighting climate change constructively. The 24th meeting of Conference of Parties will be held in Katowice in Poland from 2nd to 14th of next month. Environment Minister Dr. Harshvardhan will be leading the Indian delegation to the COP24. Talking exclusively to AIR News, Environment Secretary C.K. Mishra said COP24 meeting is significant as it is expected to finalize guidelines for implementation of Paris Agreement, which was adopted in 2016.
The COP24 is extremely important for us and also for the world. We will also expect that our concern of climate justice, which our Prime Minister has been reiterating, is taken care of. In our negotiations, we will try and touch on issues of differentiation, which is our concern, on issues of finance, on issues of adaptation and loss and damages. But we will play a very constructive role in trying to see that the world comes to an agreement at the COP24 at Katowice.
The Wrestling Federation of India WFI today rolled out its revolutionary contract system for the grapplers. The contracts will be reviewed after 1 year. The wrestlers have been placed in 4 grades. Grade A offers financial assistance of 30 lakh rupees and includes the names of star wrestlers Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat along with Pooja Dhanda. Grade B contract offers a financial assistance of 20 lakh rupees and includes 2-time Olympic medalist Sushil Kumar and Rio Olympic bronze medalist Sakshi Malik. The C category offers support of 10 lakh rupees while D category gives 5 lakh rupees support. WFI is the only Indian Olympic Association affiliated national sports federation to offer contracts to its athletes and only the second after the BCCI. In the Men's Hockey World Cup 2018, defending champions Australia beat Ireland 2-1 in the first Pool B encounter at the Culling Stadium in Bhubaneswar today. At half-time, both the teams were level at 1-1. In the second Pool B match, 18th ranked China gave the first upset of the tournament by holding world number 7 England. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi holds meeting with BRICS leaders and reaffirms India's commitment to globalisation and reformed multilateralism to address G20 summit later tonight. Prime Minister and Chinese President emphasize on joint efforts to enhance mutual trust and friendship. Niti Aayog stresses on expanding healthcare to achieve universal health coverage. Price of subsidized cooking gas LPG cut by 6 rupees 52 paise per cylinder. Non-subsidized LPG rates reduced by 133 rupees per cylinder. And in sports, WFI rolls out contract system for wrestlers. In Men's Hockey World Cup, defending champion Australia beat Ireland 2-1 in Bhubaneswar today. That's all in the news at 9. Good night.